doing today?
We're gonna have a baby. We're walking back to labor and delivery and they're gonna induce us.
Are you excited?
I am. I'm ready to get this started.
So who do we have here?
We have Isaac Finn Halfacre. He was born yesterday, December 1st at 11:13 a.m. He weighs 8 pounds and 11 ounces and was 21.5 inches long.
So we're getting close to the end of the year now. What is today?
Today is December 27th.
So it'll be 2015 in just a few days here. We just had our second son, Isaac. How would you describe the status of the project?
Well, we've made a couple big changes since the last update, but we still have a long way to go. We got in the dinette with cushions too since the last time. We still have to work on a way to heat it and all the kitchen, everything in there. We need cabinets, we need a stove, bathroom, we still need the shower. Other than that, bedroom's pretty much done, so next thing we're going to focus on is probably going to be kitchen or heating.
Some of those things that you just mentioned were decided that we're not going to be doing until we get down to the lower 48 states in order to save on shipping. Go ahead and give some examples of things we're not going to have on the way down the Alcan.
Well, we're definitely not going to have a shower or tub. It's much cheaper to get that down there. And then we're not going to have the heater in yet. We'll probably go with a small space heater for the trip down, but next thing we're going to work on would be the cabinets.
So what do we got going on back here?
Well, we've got a bunch of free cabinet doors that we got off of Craigslist. We may not be using them all, may not be using them at all. We might just be taking the hinges off of them and then giving the wood to Eric's dad to use for his garage project. But at least we have something. We've got something to go off of. And if we decide not to use it, then we can at least use the hinges. Over here we built up a hearth for our wood stove, but we've actually changed our mind about that and have decided against a wood stove and are going with a propane furnace. Most of the reason for that would be where the availability of wood, we can't take wood through Canada with us, and most of the places we're going to be visiting are going to be warm, so we won't need it all the time. Propane furnace will just be a little bit easier to deal with. So instead, we're going to build up a short cabinet here to build our propane oven into. This may not be the one we use. We haven't been able to get it working yet. But so that space is going to change. The biggest thing we've accomplished this time has been the dining booth and table. The cushions are made of the same combination of high density foam and memory foam as the couch cushions. The tabletop here is surfaced with vinyl tiles that we're going to have to resurface because it didn't quite come out how we wanted, but it'll do for now. As in most RVs, we built the table so that it can also become a bed. To do that, we take the tabletop off, remove the leg, place the tabletop down on these supports. Then we slide the back cushions down to fill in the middle. So the last thing we have to do up here is we're going to remove this window and cover over it to mount our computer and TV. And then above we're going to build a shelf for our electronics, including the computer. Well, that wraps up our November-December update. Sorry we didn't do a November one. Things were pretty crazy with the coming of our son Isaac. We also wanted enough progress to really show you what's going on. Hopefully next month we've got a whole bunch more to show you. Next month will probably be our last update before we hopefully get to leave in February.
And Olin.